So let's go ahead and get started. Thank you so much, bienvenidos. Es para mí un honor estar aquí en Chapel Hill y ver a tanta gente hermosa. It's for me an honor to be here with so many amazing, beautiful people that I love and admire and respect. And so my name is Kevin Ortiz. If I haven't a chance to meet you all, I look forward to it. I graduated with my MBA from UNC here last May. My concentrations were organizational behavior and sustainability. But besides all of that, I am a Mexican-born, first-gen, migrant, at one point undocumented. I'm still protected under the DACA program, so there's a lot of layers and things about me. And I'm a big advocate, and I'm very passionate about this topic of identity and leadership. And I wanted to host this event again because of the power and the importance that it has, especially under the umbrella and the theme of the Soy Charla, which Tony, who's here today, is the father of the Charlas, so he'll tell you all about that in a second. Before I do that, we got a few folks that I want to take a moment for you to get to hear from. One of them is Dr. Yvonne Chirino. She wears many hats here at UNC. Most recently, full-time professor, right? But we wouldn't be able to do this without the Organizational Behavior Department, believing in us from the very beginning, as well as the folks from the Kenan Institute. So, Yvonne, if you want to say a few words on behalf of the Organizational Behavior Department, you just gotta need to have this with you, and you'll be fine.
Sure. No, bueno, muchas gracias. Me da mucho gusto estar aquí, un honor tenerlos a todos ustedes. So it's my pleasure to have you here in this event. My name is Yvonne Chirino Clevans. I am originally from Mexico and really proud to have this kind of events continue to happening. Muchas gracias a Kevin, que ha seguido muy comprometido con todo lo que estamos haciendo aquí en Kenan-Flagler. So thank you so much to Kevin, who has been so involved into the activities that we're having at Kenan-Flagler. And I want to encourage you to continue to support this kind of events so that we have more visibility. I think that's what's going to make us stronger. And on behalf of the Organizational Behavior Department, welcome everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I don't think we're going to need the other mic. I think we're going to be okay with just the one recording for this. We're going to be okay. So we're going to get right to it because as you can see today, we have a lot of speakers that are going to just lay it down for us. The purpose of these events is to create a space for our community to talk, to tell us what they need, what they want, what they're looking forward to, or just a space to talk about who they are and how, as we're doing today, their identity influences the way that they lead. So we're very honored and proud to host this. And I'd like to give you a little history about kind of this event, first of all. When I was in the MBA program, I was invited to do this speaking event in this very room, along with my brother, Harrison Chicas. And between the two of us, we just had 10, 15 minutes to talk about who we were and how our identity, and how we reflected on our identity. Chicas is an amazing individual. Some of you folks might have even taken a class with him. Rodrigo is nodding because he did. And then the year after that, I wanted to do this charla again. And that's when I actually reached out to Tony and said, hey, Tony, why don't you come over and do this? And it's like, not going to be able to do it, but maybe we should get Marco to come and swing by. So we had Marco Davis, who's the CEO and president of the Congressional Hispanic Caucus Institute. What's that?
You upgraded by having Marco.
Yeah, and we're all great brothers. I've played basketball with the two of them. They kick my butt, believe it or not, but believe it, really.
His feelings were hurt.
They're still hurt. They're still hurt. So we brought in Marco, but that time we also brought in other speakers because we wanted to make the space for everybody. And here we are again in 2023, 2024, where we get to host this again and have a robust group of speakers. We have undergraduate students, we have graduate students, we have dual degree students from Duke as well who are here present. They'll tell you all about their own individual identity as well. But I'm gonna get right to it, and right, Tony, I'm kind of getting to you here in a second, but let me tell you about my brother, Antonio Tijerino, who is not just a mentor and a friend, but truly, truly mi hermano. I met Tony for the first time in July 2018, when we were doing what we call the Dream Lead Institute, 30 DACA young professionals, some of us not so young anymore, but 30 professionals with DACA from across the United States came together thanks to Tony's vision, along with Juan Sepulveda's vision at Trinity University, to bring in these folks and give them the tools required for them to lead and inspire and make a real difference in the world and in the United States and in their lives, period. And that's when I met Tony. And as we were doing some of this work, where we're literally mapping our lives and thinking about what we want to do and what's the balance between work and school and work and life, Tony was there with us doing the exercises himself. And when I saw that, it just made me realize how down to earth of an individual he is. And it just made me even admire him even more. Not too long after that, I went to one of the charlas. I gave a charla myself with the Hispanic Heritage Foundation. And ever since then, Tony has been a friend and a mentor. And then just not too long ago, me and Tony, along with many other folks from across the United States, we went down to the border in Brownsville, in McAllen, Texas, with Sister Norma, and we supported her as she was helping hundreds of migrants that were being serviced by Sister Norma and her organization. And it was then, May 2021, that I decided to sign off on coming to UNC and get my MBA. Because if all these families and kids that I got the chance to see, right, they came and crossed that border just like I did, because they were trying to have their son and their daughters get to where I am today. And who was I not to sign off on this scholarship opportunity and come and get my MBA? And that's why I came to Carolina. And that's why I continue to give back. So with that, I mean, I could give you the biography and everything else, but that's the person that Tony is. And with that, I want him to come over and say a few words. So please give it up to Tony.